Captain Vero stared at the holographic display, his eyes wide with disbelief. The screen showed a formation of ships, massive, dormant, and undeniably human. They floated in the void like ancient guardians, their hulls etched with the emblem of Earth. "Impossible," Vero muttered, fingers hovering over the console. "Humans vanished millennia ago." Lieutenant Zorax, his second in command, was equally stunned. "Then explain why their fleet is staring right back at us." The alien scout ship, sleek and brimming with advanced Zalian technology, approached the ghostly fleet. Vero's mind raced with possibilities. How could these ships still be functional after 45,000 years? What kind of power sustained them? The implications were staggering. "Scan for life signs," Vero ordered, trying to keep his voice steady, "and establish a secure channel." Zorax's fingers danced over the controls. "No biological life detected, Captain. But the energy readings are off the charts. It's as if these ships have never aged." A signal crackled through the command center. A holographic image flickered into existence, a human clad in ancient military attire. His eyes were sharp, almost lifelike, yet there was an unmistakable artificial quality to his presence. "This is Commander Adam Carter of the USS Resilience," the figure announced. "Identify yourselves." Vero exchanged a glance with Zorax. The weight of history seemed to press down on them both. "I am Captain Vero of the Zalian Confederacy. We believed humanity was extinct. How is your fleet still operational?" Carter's holographic form smiled, a ghostly yet sincere expression. "Humanity might be gone, but our legacy endures. Our fleet was designed to survive. We've been in stasis, maintaining our systems and waiting." "Waiting for what?" Vero asked, curiosity piqued. "For the time when humanity might return," Carter replied, "or, failing that, to ensure our technology and knowledge aren't lost to the void." The implications were profound. This fleet was a time capsule, a repository of human civilization, preserved against all odds. Vero's mind buzzed with questions and possibilities. "Prepare a boarding party," Vero commanded. "I want to see this ship up close." The alien scout ship docked with the USS Resilience, its sleek form dwarfed by the ancient human behemoth. As the airlock hissed open, Vero and Zorax stepped into the dimly lit corridor, their footsteps echoing in the vast silence. The interior was a blend of old Earth technology and mysterious self-sustaining systems that defied Zalian understanding. Carter's hologram appeared again, guiding them through the ship. "Welcome aboard the Resilience. Our mission is to preserve and protect. Humanity's spirit lives on through us." As they walked, Vero marveled at the pristine condition of the ship. It was as if time had stood still. Every console, every bulkhead was meticulously maintained. The human ingenuity that had gone into creating this fleet was evident at every turn. In the command center, holographic displays flickered to life, showing data streams and historical records. Vero felt a deep respect for these ancient builders. Despite their disappearance, they had ensured their knowledge would endure. "Commander Carter," Vero began, "your technology is remarkable. But why remain hidden for so long?" Carter's hologram flickered, a hint of sorrow in his eyes. "Our creators knew their time was limited. They programmed us to protect and preserve, to wait for a signal that never came." Zorax, ever the pragmatist, interjected. "But why reveal yourselves now?" "Your arrival triggered our systems," Carter explained. "It indicated the presence of advanced life. We hoped it might be humanity, returning at last." Vero nodded, absorbing the information. "We have much to learn from each other. Perhaps together, we can uncover the mysteries of your creator's disappearance." Carter's expression brightened. "That is our hope as well. Our knowledge, combined with your advancements, could lead to great discoveries." As the tour continued, Vero couldn't shake a sense of awe. The resilience of these humans, their foresight and determination, was inspiring. Despite the passage of millennia, their legacy remained intact, waiting for the right moment to awaken. Back aboard the Zalian scout ship, Vero and Zorax convened with their crew. The excitement was palpable. The potential for knowledge and technological advancement was immense. "This is an opportunity we cannot ignore," Vero declared. We will study this fleet, learn from it, and perhaps uncover the fate of its creators. Prepare to relay our findings to the Confederacy. Captain Vero stepped through the airlock of the USS Resilience, followed closely by Lieutenant Zorax and a small delegation of Xalian scientists and officers. The corridor was dimly lit, the walls lined with ancient Earth technology that hummed with latent energy. The air was thick with the weight of history, and Vero couldn't help but feel a mix of awe and apprehension. "Welcome aboard, Captain," came the smooth, reassuring voice of Commander Adam Carter. The holographic projection of the last human commander flickered to life before them. Despite being a mere construct, Carter exuded a presence that demanded respect. "Commander Carter," Vero acknowledged, trying to mask his surprise at the lifelike appearance of the AI. "Your ship is remarkable." Carter's holographic face formed a polite smile. "Thank you, Captain. The Resilience has been maintained in optimal condition, awaiting a day like today." As they moved deeper into the ship, the Xalian delegation marveled at the blend of ancient and advanced technology. Screens displayed schematics and data streams, while robotic arms moved silently, performing maintenance tasks with precision. "Your technology is fascinating," Dr. Turin, the lead Xalian scientist, commented, her eyes wide with curiosity. "It's as if time has stood still here." Carter nodded. "Our primary mission was preservation. We've awaited the return of humanity, or the arrival of those who could benefit from our knowledge." The delegation was led to a spacious room where a large table dominated the center, surrounded by chairs that seemed untouched by time. Holographic projections of Earth and various star systems floated above the table, casting a soft glow. "Please, take a seat," Carter gestured, and the Xalians obliged. As they settled in, Captain Vero glanced around, noticing the meticulous design and functionality of the room. "Commander, what can you tell us about the purpose of this fleet?" Carter's expression grew serious. "We were tasked with safeguarding the knowledge and legacy of humanity. When the Exarax first appeared, it became clear that they posed a significant threat. Our fleet was designed not only for preservation, but also for defense." Vero leaned forward, intrigued. "The Exarax? We've heard whispers of an ancient enemy, but details are scarce." Carter's holographic form flickered slightly as he accessed deeper data files. The Exarax were a formidable species, relentless in their pursuit of domination. Humanity's final act before vanishing was to ensure that our fleet would be ready should they ever return. The room grew silent as the gravity of Carter's words sank in. Dr. Turin broke the silence, her voice filled with both excitement and concern. "So, you've been on guard all this time?" Carter nodded. "Precisely. And now, it appears our vigilance was not in vain." Lieutenant Zorax, who had been silent until now, spoke up. "Commander Carter, you mentioned preservation. What exactly have you preserved?" Carter's face softened slightly. "Everything we could. Knowledge, culture, technology. We hold extensive archives on human history, scientific advancements, and cultural artifacts. We aim to keep the essence of humanity alive, no matter what." Captain Vero's eyes narrowed thoughtfully. "And you're willing to share this with us?" Carter's hologram met Vero's gaze. "In the spirit of cooperation and mutual benefit, yes. Humanity believed in unity and collaboration. If we are to face the Exarax again, we must do so together." The declaration hung in the air, a solemn reminder of the challenges ahead. Vero felt a surge of determination. "We have much to learn from each other. Let us begin by understanding the full extent of your capabilities." For the next several hours, the Xalians and the holographic humans exchanged knowledge. Vero learned about Earth's advanced propulsion systems, energy sources, and defensive technologies. Dr. Turin, in particular, was fascinated by the medical advancements preserved on the Resilience, including regenerative medicine and advanced diagnostics. Throughout these discussions, Carter's demeanor remained calm and informative, his vast repository of knowledge evident in every explanation. Vero found himself growing increasingly respectful of the AI and the foresight of the humans who had created it. As the day turned into night, the delegation was led to quarters designed for alien visitors, an indication that the humans had prepared for such an encounter. Vero retired to his quarters, his mind racing with the implications of the day's revelations. In the quiet of his room, Vero activated a personal communicator to send a message back to the Zalian homeworld. He detailed the discoveries and the potential alliance with the human fleet. The response would take time, but Vero felt confident that his superiors would see the value in this unprecedented partnership. As he lay down to rest, Vero's thoughts drifted back to the imposing figure of Commander Carter and the silent corridors of the Resilience. The alliance with the human fleet was not just a matter of convenience, it was a necessity. The Exorax were out there, and the combined strength of humans and Zalians might be the galaxy's best hope. The next morning, Vero and his team reconvened with Carter. "We need to see the full extent of your defenses," Vero stated. "If the Exorax are as dangerous as you say, we must be prepared." Carter nodded. "Follow me." They were led to a control room where a massive holographic display of the fleet's weaponry and defensive systems was projected. As Carter explained the intricacies of the technology, Vero couldn't help but feel a growing sense of readiness. "Together," Vero said, his voice resolute, "we will stand against any threat. Humanity's legacy will not be in vain." The Zalian Confederacy's council chamber buzzed with tension. Captain Vero stood at the center, flanked by his officers. Holographic displays projected the image of the dormant human fleet, their sleek lines and ancient insignia casting a haunting glow. "Captain Vero, this alliance is reckless," hissed General Moxar, his reptilian eyes narrowing. "We cannot trust these relics from a forgotten era." Vero's gaze was steady. "The humans may be gone, but their legacy endures. Their technology and knowledge are invaluable. We need allies, not enemies." Dr. Turin, the lead scientist, stepped forward. Her enthusiasm was palpable. "Captain, these ships are powered by an energy source we've never encountered. The potential advancements are limitless." Lieutenant Zorax, ever the voice of caution, added, "And what if this power source is unstable? We could be inviting disaster." Before Vero could respond, a chime echoed through the chamber, and Commander Adam Carter's hologram flickered to life. "Apologies for the interruption, but there's something you must know." The room fell silent, all eyes on the human AI. "Our fleet wasn't just preserved for the sake of history. We were left here to guard against an ancient threat, the Exorax." Gasps of shock rippled through the assembly. General Moxar scoffed. "More ancient myths. What proof do you have?" Carter's image sharpened, his expression grave. "Sensors have detected activity in the nearby sector. The Exorax are awakening." Dr. Turin's eyes widened. "If the Exorax are as dangerous as the legends say, we must prepare immediately." Vero nodded. "Begin strategic planning. We need to understand our strengths and vulnerabilities." "Dr. Turin, I want a full analysis of the human fleet's capabilities." As the room dispersed, Vero approached Carter's hologram. "What else aren't you telling us, Carter?" Carter's gaze was unflinching. "The Exorax nearly eradicated humanity. We barely managed to contain them. They are relentless and will stop at nothing to dominate." The weight of the revelation settled heavily on Vero's shoulders. "Then we fight together. Your fleet and ours, united." In the command center of the USS Resilience, Dr. Turin worked tirelessly alongside human AI interfaces, uncovering the depths of human technological marvels. The Zalian and human systems merged seamlessly, creating an unprecedented synergy. Captain Vero joined her, watching as holographic schematics floated around them. "What have you found, Turin?" She smiled, though it was tinged with worry. "The human ships are equipped with advanced weaponry and defenses. Their power source is stable, but we need to understand how to harness it fully." Carter's hologram appeared beside them. "Our technology was designed to be adaptable. We can integrate your systems to enhance our collective strength." As the integration progressed, an alarm blared. Vero's communicator crackled to life. "Captain, we have incoming signals, Exorax ships closing fast." Vero's heart pounded. "Prepare for immediate engagement." "Dr. Turin, stay here and continue your work. We need every advantage we can get." The bridge of the Zalian flagship, now brimming with both Zalian and human officers, buzzed with controlled chaos. Captain Vero took his position at the helm, his voice steady despite the tension. All units, prepare for battle. This is not just a test of our alliance, but a fight for our survival. The view screen displayed the approaching Zorax fleet, dark, menacing ships that seemed to absorb the very light around them. Commander Carter's voice cut through the tension. Remember, the Exarax are formidable, but they are not invincible. Use your strengths wisely. The first clash was brutal. Energy blasts lit up the void, creating a cosmic ballet of destruction. Vero's ship shuddered as it took a hit, but the enhanced shields held. Focus fire on their lead ship, he commanded. We need to break their formation. The Zalian and human ships moved with precision, their combined forces creating a formidable front. Lieutenant Zorax coordinated the maneuvers, his calm demeanor a stark contrast to the chaos outside. Captain, their flanking ships are targeting our rear defenses. Divert power to the aft shields, Vero ordered. Carter, any tactical suggestions? Carter's hologram nodded. Their formation is aggressive but predictable. Exploit their patterns, force them into a bottleneck. As the battle raged, Vero marveled at the coordination between the two fleets. Despite their differences, they fought with a shared purpose. He could see the same determination in the faces of his crew that he saw in Carter's holographic visage. The tide began to turn. The Exarax, though powerful, were unprepared for the combined might and strategy of the United Fleet. Vero's ship delivered a crippling blow to the Exarax flagship, sending it spiraling into the void. Captain, we've breached their defenses, Lieutenant Zorax reported, a rare note of triumph in his voice. Vero allowed himself a small smile. Press the advantage. We have them on the run. But just as victory seemed within reach, a massive Exarax warship warped into view, its weapons charging ominously. Vero's smile faded. All units, regroup and prepare for another assault. This isn't over yet. As the battle drew to a close, the United Fleet stood victorious but weary. The Exarax threat had been beaten back, but the cost had been high. The bridge of the Zalian flagship was a scene of both relief and somber reflection. Commander Carter's hologram appeared, a look of respect in his eyes. We've done well today. Together, we've proven that even the greatest threats can be overcome. Captain Vero nodded, his voice firm. This is only the beginning. We've forged an alliance born from necessity, but strengthened by mutual respect. Together, we will face whatever the universe throws at us. Captain Vero stood on the bridge of his ship, eyes fixed on the holographic display that showed the approaching Exarax warship. Beside him, Commander Adam Carter's hologram flickered with a steady resolve. Commander, we need to unify our strategies, Vero said, his voice firm but calm. The Exarax are formidable, and they won't hesitate to exploit any weaknesses. Carter nodded. Agreed. We'll divide their forces and hit their flagship with everything we've got. Vero turned to his crew. Prepare all fighters. We execute the plan on my mark. The crew sprang into action, the hum of activity filling the command center. Alien and human technology meshed seamlessly as the two fleets prepared to face the imminent threat. The first clash was intense. Zorax ships swarmed the United Fleet, their aggressive tactics pushing both human and alien pilots to their limits. Vero watched as the battle unfolded, his heart pounding with a mix of fear and determination. Hold the line, he commanded. Focus on their flanks and force them into our trap. The coordinated attacks began to take effect. Human and Zalian fighters worked in harmony, their combined firepower gradually turning the tide. Explosions lit up the void of space as Exarax ships disintegrated under the relentless assault. Amidst the chaos, Vero's ship took a direct hit. The bridge shook violently, and alarms blared. Damage report, Vero shouted, gripping the edge of his console. Shields down to 30%, Lieutenant Zorax replied, his voice strained. We can't take another hit like that. We won't have to, Carter interjected. Prepare for the final phase of the plan. Vero nodded, steeling himself. All units, this is it. Execute the pincer maneuver now. The fleet split into two groups, each flanking the Exarax warship. The enemy, caught off guard by the sudden shift, scrambled to respond. Vero watched as the XRX flagship's defenses faltered under the coordinated assault. "Now, Carter," Vero called out. "All units, concentrate fire on the flagship's bridge." Carter commanded. Laser beams and missile trails converged on the XRX flagship. The impact was immediate and devastating. The flagship's bridge erupted in flames, sending debris scattering into space. The XRX fleet began to retreat, their formation breaking apart in disarray. Vero allowed himself a moment of relief, but knew the battle was far from over. "Don't let up," he urged. "We need to push them back completely." The final stand was fierce. The XRX fought with desperation, but the combined forces of humans and Xalians were relentless. Vero's ship weaved through the battlefield, dodging enemy fire and returning precise volleys that crippled the remaining XRX vessels. In the midst of the fray, a massive XRX warship warped into the battlefield, its weapons charging ominously. Vero's heart sank. "That's their command ship," Carter said, his voice grim. "If we don't take it out, they could still rally." "All units, focus on the new target," Vero ordered. "We take that ship down, and the battle is ours." The United Fleet converged on the XRX command ship. The battle intensified, the void of space alight with the exchange of firepower. Vero's ship took another hit, and sparks flew from the console. "Shields failing," Zorax reported. "Divert all power to weapons," Vero commanded. "We end this now." With a final, desperate push, the combined forces unleashed everything they had on the XRX command ship. The enemy vessel's shields flickered and failed, and a barrage of missiles found their mark. The command ship erupted in a brilliant explosion, fragments hurtling through space. A cheer erupted on Vero's bridge, and he allowed himself a brief smile. The XRX fleet, leaderless and broken, retreated into the void, leaving the United Forces victorious. "Status report," Vero asked, his voice steady. "The XRX are retreating," Zorax replied. "We've won." Vero turned to Carter. "Well done, Commander. Your strategies were key to our success." Carter nodded. "It was a joint effort, Captain. Together, we proved that cooperation can overcome even the greatest of threats." As the debris settled and the remaining ships regrouped, Vero looked out at the stars. This battle had forged an unbreakable bond between their species, a testament to the enduring spirit of humanity and the resilience of the Xalians. "We have much to rebuild," Vero said quietly. "But together, we can face whatever the universe throws at us." Commander Carter's hologram stood with Captain Vero, both looking out into the vast expanse of space. "Humanity's spirit remains unbroken," Carter said reflectively. Vero nodded. "And together, we will ensure it thrives." In a galaxy filled with danger and wonder, the United Fleet set forth, a beacon of hope and resilience, proving that the legacy of Earth endured even after millennia.